My sister kept trying to get me to let my mom's husband walk me down the aisle. My sister and I share the same biological parents. I was 9 and she was 2 when our dad died, and I was 11 and she was 4 when our mom remarried. For lots of reasons, we don't have the same relationship with mom's second husband. To my sister, he's dad. He's the best guy in the world, and she will scream from the rooftops to defend him. A few years ago, she went no contact with our dad's parents and siblings because she took offense to them calling us his little girls in a card they left on his grave. She told them she was our stepfather's little girl. She actually said we both were, and that dad didn't raise us like he did. This was the first time we ever had a real fight between us, though we had bickered and disagreed on this topic before because I told her he was not and would never be my dad. She accused our grandparents, aunts and uncles of disrespecting our stepfather and of turning me against my family, and she told them she hoped they'd join dad like they wanted to. So bad, since they wouldn't come to terms with who our real dad is now. The fight between us continued beyond my sister cutting dad's family out of her life. She told me she had no idea I would be so set in my ways still, and that she thought I'd have seen things clearer being older. I told her it's because I'm older that I don't see it the same. I told her nobody replaced my dad. She told me it wasn't normal to have someone else raise you and to feel like they weren't your real parent. I reminded her I was 11 when he married mom, so he didn't even raise me as long as dad did. Then she said I had known him longer though, and parenting doesn't end at 18. I pointed out I no longer lived with them at 18, and I never went to him for parenting or for support. We did make up kinda, but we're still very much not on the same page about mom's husband. We also had a smaller fight over this topic around Father's Day because it was the 20th one without dad, and she didn't like my post to dad and felt it invalidated mom's husband. And maybe it did in her eyes because he became our dad when he married mom to her. But the reality is he only became her dad and never mine. And I'm not even close to him or to mom anymore because they could never wrap their heads around me not accepting him as my dad or my parent. Now the fight has turned to my wedding and the fact mom's second husband will not be father of the bride, who will not walk me down the aisle, get a dance, or have a standout place at the wedding. He's mom's +1, and that's it for me. He'll be acknowledged in a toast with her, but that's it. My sister doesn't like it and has made it her mission to force my hand into asking him. She even went behind my back and told him I was going to ask, and had finally come around and started a whole shit show between me and mom over it. Mom's husband was too busy sulking over not being asked to fight it out with me, and that's a whole other thing. I won't get into it here. I confronted my sister over what she did. She said she was trying to get me to do the right thing. We argued and it turned into another fight. This is when I told her I would leave her off the guest list if she doesn't stop pushing. My sister told me I have always hated her for loving mom's husband, for not wanting dad to be her dad, but to have him as her dad because he's alive. She told me she never understood picking some dead guy over someone still alive who wanted to be our dad. She said I ruined our family. I told her I couldn't take my love away from dad and give it to somebody else, and I couldn't love somebody who tried to make me love them and tried to take a spot claimed by another. My sister got incredibly frustrated and started cussing me out, but then she told me I was being rude and threatening to keep her away from my wedding was to punish her when she didn't deserve it, and that I was asking for too much. I told her I was serious, and I walked away from the fight, and I have refused to engage since. She has tried, and she has told me I can't keep her away from my wedding. I'm not being fair, and she loves me and doesn't want to miss her only sister getting married, but I'm seriously thinking I might need to keep her away.